Hello everyone. I'd like to share a journal that I made, which was a challenge, but a fun one. I used this folder that opens up and has two dividers with metal fasteners at the top. So for the cover, I have a French folder with magnetic closure, and inside I did some fussy cutting. There's a magnetic closure, and inside there are two pockets with some vintage, vintage, more like antique, order of description from a book that I have. This one is dated 1892. I've included one page that was filled out. Sorry about the shadow. It's nighttime, it's quite dark. Here I have some specimen envelope that can be used. I've used a lot of hanging file folder. I created a pocket here, and again some fussy cutting, flashcard. Here is a vintage invoice from a nursery that's closed in Nova Scotia. Here, the picture, yeah, you can see it. It's forget-me-nots, just blue. It was just so full of it. And we thought it was a tarp. Some tags I made. Here's a tag for chainsaw repairs. When you first open up the first section, here are some sketch paper that I've attached with the metal fastener that can be changed, remove, and also the metal fastener here. I left it here to add watercolor paper. In this little pocket here, when you open it up, there is a pencil made with newspaper. There is a sketching pencil, and in here I have sorry, there's 5 coloring crayons. Put brown, green, yellow, pink and purple. So these go in this little pocket here. Let's close that up. And in, this section here, I left this open, again with the fasteners to add some paper. I wanted to sew in some signatures, but I figured it would be too difficult to write in it. So I did a separate journal, which I'll show afterwards once I go through this folder. On this side here, I made this pocket, and there's a little pair of scissors. There's a little notepad. Everything is grunged up like it's been out in the field to take notes. And here's a weekly timesheet that's grunged up. I think that, oh, that's eco-dyed. It's eco-dyed paper from Rosemary Morris. So that goes in this little pocket here with magnetic closure. In this one here, I have analysis of plants dated 1876, and I just put identify the different roots, different stems, stamens, the flowers. Just notes for out in the field. I can hear the magnet. In this little pocket here, I have a magnifying glass to check out these specimens. Here I have a specimen capsule with a dried yarrow from my yard. This idea I got from Tracy Fox from Love Junk Journals. These specimen capsules. In this one, I have a feather. And in this one, I have some lichen. And over here, I have a pocket with some specimen envelopes that can be used. There's 4 of different little envelopes. Here's a bookmark. It's the Standard Encyclopedia of Horticulture. It's a book that I have, and the spine came off, so I've scanned it to make a bookmark or a slim note card. Here's a little journal. I have a flashcard nest. This is from a robin's nest that was in my yard, a picture that I took. Here is some great Louise Fraser paper that I love. Vintage ledger paper. Here is from a vintage ledger that I received from France, with some additional bits with just tied in with a pin that goes in there. In this vintage bag, I have here's some Rosemary Morris paper, and in here I have some different bits. There's a little tickets, little map, some vintage vintage ledger, the small ones. In this here I have some extra labels. Here is an optical lens, and I've put, I don't know if you can see, no, there, if you can see that flower. I took it off this page right here and include it in there. Here is field notes, so another little ledger. There's a key, a tag, some more, just a little notepad. Here I have a little tag that opens up with some grunged up index paper to take notes. I call this the division of entomology, with these more specimen envelopes that can be used. Here's some from a vintage book, some butterflies, dragonflies. So that's pretty much the inside of this folder. Here's the back and the journal, again with the hanging file folder. Here I have some specimen envelopes. Here inside are some Botanical Society collection from. It has a date and notes of if you want to pick up some specimens and identify them. Here's a different type of specimen label that I've included with the date, name, locality, and some little glassine envelopes. Here's a vintage ledger from 1868. Well, vintage, I guess it's antique now. And here's a tag I made. I printed on vellum this butterfly wing. And this is some Louise's paper. Look at that envelope, just gorgeous. I love her tea and coffee staining. Another vintage ledger. I think here they are toothpicks, 10 cents. The other side of that ledger. Again, another tag, and this is with a dragonfly wing. And the other side of that, oh, this is a vintage ledger from 1876. Yeah, because it has two, I think I have 2 signatures in here, yeah. And there you go. Oh, and that's the back of that journal. So there's this eclectic challenge of a journal, but it's different and I really like it. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.